The fact is, I don't always understand what's happening in my sessions either. In fact, I often don't understand. It's clear that if I were sort of wanted to be a control freak, I would not be a shamanic therapist. There's one particular example where it happened quite a while ago. It was at the beginning of my practice, and it still surprises me. I still can't explain it. There was the mother of a friend of my daughter's who I met before. I didn't know her very well, but I met before, and she is quite a large woman, and she had sat down on a chair, and the chair had broken, and she'd hit her tailbone, her coccyx, very hard on the floor, and she was in agony. She was literally in agony. She could hardly walk. My daughter knew about this. She heard about this from her friend, and she had the rather surprising idea of saying, well, maybe my dad can do something about it. I say rather surprising because my daughter, as a teenager, is not necessarily my biggest fan. But she suggested perhaps that her father could do something about it. So we sort of teamed up. I rang her, or she rang me, the mother. I can't remember. And she told me about it. And I said, okay, I felt I always sort of listen in to myself to see whether I think I can do something. Here it was something very specific. It was a one-off. It wasn't a sort of a treatment over 6 months or whatever. And I listened to see whether I thought I could do something, and my voice said, yes, I could. So we set up a time in the evening, but without meeting. Like she lived about 20 kilometers away. Sorry, kilometers, no miles. She lived 20 kilometers away. And that evening I did a session, and my sessions are very intuitive. I don't always know how they're going to go. There can be drumming, there can be singing, and there can be silence. And there can be a combination of the three. This time, as I say, this is quite a relatively old story. I was much more used to working by drumming. And here, I only sang. I don't know why. That's what happened. I sang. I was 20 kilometers away from the mother of my daughter's friend. And I sang. And I felt that this was the right thing to do and that it was working. And the next day, I got the news from the client that she was completely better. She still could feel it a little bit, but she was mobile, and she was completely out of pain, the intense pain that she'd felt before. She'd slept well. And then I got a further feedback through my daughter that in the evening, she couldn't feel a thing. Now, if you want me to tell you why or how, I won't. Because I don't know. But it's amazing. Have a good day.